this whole race. He finally manages to get by him thanks to a pit stop that went better than Seth did. So now we shall see if Sanford can get back around to being the actual leader once Poteet and company are finished. And Poteet got out ahead of everybody else in that second group of drivers in pit road. And now Sheldon and Silver Fox are on pit road now. And the caution's out. Caution flag is waving. And I see Joshua Balkin was down on the apron when he was already on track. I think this is going to help Jessica Sheldon and James Silverfox keep the lead. That was really good timing on their part to come into pit road because that caution came out, and now Sheldon and Silverfox are going to keep the spots that they had. Wow, what an interesting turn of events right there thanks to a caution. Which I would say, I think it was with Joshua Balkin. We definitely can say it wasn't an invisible caution because there was smoke in turns 1 and 2. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the replay to find out what brought the caution out for the first time today here at Michigan. Well, this was coming out of pit road. Watch this. Rue McIntyre comes down into Joshua Balkin and is going to flat out turn him around on track right in front of everybody going by. Luckily everybody avoided that 99. So otherwise we could have had a big problem right there. But luckily everybody escaped craziness with that. But let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Michigan. Well, as expected, no cars out of the race after that caution. Now you're wondering, why am I at the back? Well, Jessica Sheldon is the leader, but she's going to be restarting at the very tail end of the field as a result of that caution coming out. So this race might have gotten handed over to the 25 unless another caution were to be coming out before the race is over. Then that field in front of her would be right back up to her. But Jessica Sheldon's the leader, second Charles Sanford, who's the front car of the field. Third, Seth Cole. Fourth, Danny Wells. Fifth, Chris Washer. Sixth, Dylan Poteet. Seventh, Joshua Collard. Eighth, Chris Michaels. Ninth, Anthony McCreary. 10th is James McLeod. 11th is Dorian Facepuncher. 12th is Chase Oliver. 13th, James Silverfox. 14th, Stephen Pollard III. 15th, Benjamin Miles. 16th, Rue McIntyre. 17th, Tanner Sullivan. 18th, Austin LaPlante. 19th, Preston Poor. 20th, Zachary Fitzwater. Rest of the top 20, Jesse Setti, Bob Jones, David Rivera, or actually Charles Jackson. Then David Rivera, then Bob Jones, Angel Navarro, Dylan Thoreau, Cody Lamas, Kyle Corbett, or actually Pichu London, then Kyle Corbett, Ian Dutta. Rest of the top 30, Kyle Matthews, Jeffrey Rose, Jessica Villanueva, Joshua Balkin, P.J. Williams, Alex Hawkins, Dylan Young, Dougie Shears, Matt McIntyre, Sean Galligan, Trent Dunham, then Michael Norman, going back to Sheldon up here, who is the leader, but is at the very back of the pack. So everybody in front of her is going to have to hope that a caution comes out soon, so that way they can all get back around to where they really should be lining up at. And a good thing for those people in front of Sheldon, Sheldon won't really be able to pass any of them because they're all running high as she tries to dart low. So she's going to be pretty much stranded by herself, but if no caution comes out, she's pretty much got this race in the bag because she's in the back of the pack. 4 wide up ahead, though. This could be risky. Dougie Shears all the way up close to the wall. Keeps it together and is going to bypass all 3 of those cars of Norman, Galligan, and Dunham. But back up at the front of the field, where it's a battle for second, Seth Cole trying to retake that spot he had early on. But Charles Sanford up on the high line, giving Seth Cole a run for his money practically right now. Sheldon trying to go underneath Sean Galligan to put him a lap down. But I think Sheldon's not going to win that battle. Galligan with that high line, with the high line being the preferred line, it's going to help Galligan out in the long run, although Sheldon's still keeping her nose under. Maybe the low line's starting to kick in now, maybe, perhaps. It is still just side by side between Galligan and Sheldon. But back here, Sanford, the highest of the lead lap cars right now, that's not the leader, in second right now. Washer trying to go low for that second spot. And I think the low line is actually starting to kick in a little bit, because Sheldon has been gradually pulling ahead from Galligan little by little, and now has cleared Galligan. So Galligan's the only car a lap down now. So I guess the low line's somewhat starting to kick in now here in this track. And Washer's got the low line here, but is he going to be fast enough to go by Sanford? Doesn't look like it yet. I think if a caution were to come out now, the race would be over. So I think it's pretty much safe to say Sheldon's got this race in the bag, as it's 4 laps to go. If a caution were to come out, they wouldn't be able to get back to green. So Jessica Sheldon ought to thank that caution for coming out earlier while she was in pit road, because it's gotten her the lead, and she's in the back of the field where nobody can really challenge her, really. Excuse me. Galligan thinking about peaking low underneath Sheldon to try to get his lap back, as it's 3 laps to go here in Michigan. And Jessica Sheldon's no stranger at winning at this track. She won here back in season 1. Oh, and we got 3 cars spinning! Oh, we got a multi-car accident! Oh, Sheldon better be careful! Sheldon's in the middle of all that mess. Oh, and she gets a piece of it. Sheldon got a piece of that. But I don't think it's severe enough to put her off the lead. So many cars get caught up in that accident, the caution's out, but it was too late. Unless Sheldon... Oh, and Sheldon just wrecked! Sheldon just wrecked! Holy crap! That might have just changed the course of this race. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Sheldon just suffered severe damage from the after wreck and has now got severe front end damage, so that might have cost her the win. But unless she can continue on track, she may have to come in pit road, and that could hand the win over to Charles Sanford. Let's stay with the 25. I think she is coming to pit road. Oh my word. Sheldon thought she had this race in the bag, then gets caught up in a wreck towards the back of the field, and is now damaged, and now her hopes of winning are pretty much done. Holy shit. Excuse my language right there, but it really is a holy shit moment. So many cars were in that wreck. Ian Dutta was in it, Pichu London, Zachary Fitzwater, David Rivera. So many cars as the white flag is out and Sanford's pretty much got this win. Sheldon retires after she thought she was going to have the race won if she wasn't caught up in that wreck. But that win just got handed over to Sanford. Real quick, we're going to look at see what brought the caution out, and then we'll take you to when they crossed the line. Well, this was coming out of turn 2. It looked like they just weren't giving each other enough room to go 4 wide. And it looked like Dylan Thoreau went up into Zachary Fitzwater, up into Anthony McCrory, and then a lot of different looks at this right here. Rivera up. There's Villanueva, who hit the wall inside. Kyle Corbin went spinning around. Alex Hawkins was in there. Kyle Matthews, Matt McIntyre, Jeffrey Rose, Angel Navarro. Sheldon got a little piece of that right there. But then, somewhere in this mess, we're going to get a follow-up crash. And I'm not sure as to where it's going to start. But we had a follow-up. Oh, there it was. Oh, it was with Sheldon and Galligan. Let's see this. Galligan came up in the Sheldon, in the Navarro and Norman, and look at the ride Galligan takes. But I think Jessica Sheldon is not going to be happy with Sean Galligan practically taking the win away from her. Maybe Galligan was just not happy with the way Sheldon was racing him, and putting him a lap down, and he decided to take his frustrations out on the leader. I don't know about that. That's a rivalry right there, I think. Galligan and Sheldon, as a result of all this mayhem. Sheldon thought she had the race won, and then it gets taken from her by Galligan to the point where she had to retire out of the race and practically handed the win over to Charles Sanford. Alright, but let's go ahead and take you to when they come to the stripe. Well, after that big one with a few laps to go, the cars that retired were Jeffrey Rose, Ian Dutta, Michael Norman, Anthony McCrory, David Rivera, Angel Navarro, but also Jessica Sheldon. But here we go, we're coming to the checkered flag, and Charles Sanford can thank the car in front of him, Sean Galligan, for this. Charles Sanford wins his first race of Season 7 here at Michigan after a controversial accident that happened that took the leader at the time, Jessica Sheldon, out of the race. But man, oh man, that was just mayhem at its biggest right there as far as who won this race. But Sanford, like I said, he can thank that car in front of him, Sean Galligan, for that win, because if it wasn't for Galligan causing that secondary accident by coming up into Sheldon like that, Jessica Sheldon would be the one we're talking about that went to victory lane, not Charles Sanford. But, you know, things happen, I guess. But that is a big rivalry that's going to be starting up pretty much between Galligan and Sheldon as a result. But let's look at the rest of the results. Chris Washer gets his highest finish since Daytona, or technically since California when he finished 10th, but he comes away in a second place finish. He definitely needed that run. Same goes for James McLeod, the guy who couldn't catch a break so far this season, finally gets one. He finishes 3rd here at Michigan. That's going to be a big confidence booster for the weeks to come for McLeod. Danny Wells with a solid 4th place finish, and Benjamin Miles, the highest finishing rookie, in 5th. Seth Cole, who led the most laps in this race, comes away in the 6th position. 7th, Chris Michaels, great run for him. Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, with a solid 8th place run. Rue McIntyre, great run in 9th. And Joshua Collard with a great run in the 10th spot. Rest of the top 20, Tanner Sullivan, Dorian Facepuncher, James Silverfox, Austin LaPlante, Dylan Poteet, Chase Oliver, Jesse Setti, Preston Plord, Cody Lamas, Bob Jones. Rest of the top 30, Joshua Balkin, Alex Hawkins, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, PJ Williams, Matt McIntyre, Zachary Fitzwater, Kyle Matthews, Kyle Corbett. And then the rest of the cars that finished the race on the lead lap, Dougie Shears, Jessica Villanueva, Dylan Thoreau. Even though he finished one spot below Jessica Sheldon, but he still finished the race a lap down, Sean Galligan. And then all the other cars retired after that crazy and controversial crash with Jessica Sheldon, Pichu London, Jeffrey Rose, Ian Dutta, Michael Norman, Anthony McCrory, David Rivera, and Angel Navarro. But anyways, that does it for our coverage here at Michigan. What a great race we had. until the controversial wreck with Galligan and Sheldon. Like I said, rivalry is brewed now here in Season 7. Sean Galligan versus Jessica Sheldon practically. But anyways, here are your results, rookie points and regular points heading into our next race, which I'm going to try and look at the schedule right now. I really need to memorize this stuff. Next race, we head over to our second road course of the season. We head over to Sonoma, and that should be really cool. But anyways, here are your results, rookie points, regular points heading into that race. This is Levi McIntyre signing off.